Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matthew and today we're bringing back Collecting with Matthew, a sub-series that I created where I, Matthew, who has 9 years of experience of collecting figures, will teach you tips, advice, and tricks on collecting your favorite action figure lines. Primarily kaiju. So today we're going to be talking about pretty much classical movie monster poster inspired figures. And as you can see, we have two of them here. Both of them from our good friends at NECA. Even though no one from NECA really knows me. So yeah, there you go. These two figures are Godzilla and King Kong, based on some classic artwork, and are both essentially poster versions to their respective films. However, it's worth noting that they are select posters. He is only based off the American poster to the Godzilla 1954 film, which it was brought over to America in 1956 as Godzilla King of the Monsters, not to be confused with the 2019 film also titled Godzilla King of the Monsters, where here he was decked out in a big, practically mix of like green and black kind of color scheme and shoot out a very, very familiar like fire breath. While here, this is based off the famous monsters of Filmland, King Kong, kind of like picture, and even though it's not a film poster as it advertises itself as, it's still a poster like magazine cover, and I think it works well enough. That and also kind of throws back to how the original King Kong posters looked with like the very painted like colors, because that is how they were painted. They were painted. So in a way, it kind of captures that essence a little bit, even though it's not 100% accurate. That being said, these are pretty much going to be your best options. As far as like where you can buy them, you can still buy this guy at like some major retailers, because I talked about this in my NECA King Kong video where I ranked all four of them. He's pretty much the most common you can find, because I go into like comic book stores and like retailers, and every time I see the NECA section, he's always the one that's left behind. Never have I ever seen the original and the other two, like the Skull Island Concrete Jungle, still up for sale. It's always these ones that are either never sold out or they are selling out, but very slowly. Him, on the other hand, his line was discontinued back in 2020, so your best option is to go to Masari, and I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the site, and find one for resale. You should be able to find one for like 30 to maybe $50, $60 if you can find it in mint. But as for accessories, let's cover Godzilla's first, because his is a bit more unique. He comes with his signature flame breath, the heat ray, and it is a translucent orange borrowed from the 1962 figure. And the 1954 figure also came with a beam like this, but it was black and white. So if you want to consider that a movie accurate poster kind of representation, there you go. So you just kind of pop into his mouth, no stand needed, and there you go. But the second accessory I also don't have anymore, sadly, because I got thrown out with the box, and as well as like all the other boxes I owned at the time, were this big cardboard cutout of like the 1956 poster backdrop, where you could actually fold it and have this Godzilla standing inside of there. And it's got like the little logos, awesome, and then some, and then starring Raymond Burr, all that good jazz. It has like the people running away, little flame effect, but it didn't have the Godzilla King of the Monsters logo in the back, which I kind of found weird because they placed it all over the box except for that. A little weird, but you can literally place this figure inside of there and it'll look really good. And I'll just kind of like also add to it, you could also pretty much add like any other Godzilla or maybe even Kong figure, because there's no logo that explicitly says Godzilla on there. So that's Godzilla. What about Kong? Let's move Godzilla a little bit to the side. Well, as you can tell, he's decked out in his infamous color scheme, but he also comes with an alternate head. It is a different design, because you can see by the teeth, the way it's painted. I will say they're a little bit more sloppily painted on this one, but that's no biggie. And he also comes with a bit of splayed hands. That is really it. There's no other like accessory for that. If you want like more accessories, go with the Skull Island Concrete Jungle. But really, if you're like looking for fancy schmancy, classic movie colored Godzilla and Kong figures, this is basically what your main options are. But also, just to worth pointing out, I believe Super 7 has released a mini version of, well, actually, the Reaction series line, where they actually have this guy, well, one of their 50s Godzillas. Actually, I think, no, he's on the other shelf, the one that's farther away from me right now, but a small little Godzilla, like 54, painted in the color scheme of this, and also has an Imperial Godzilla, I do believe. But as always, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to this channel. Believe in Jesus, sex, something as always every day. Spread the gospel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, everyone. God bless.